Good morning. Beautiful Saturday here in Houston. Supposed to be in the mid 80s, I guess. So, this week was very, very eye opening. Me and the Lord, we got an agreement that He's got this under control and put me here for a purpose, for a reason. And I've been able to visit and pray with people all week, and He's putting people in my path, especially on Monday. Okay, last Friday I had a pretty good burn. They fried me pretty good, and they said week 3 was going to intensify, and it has. Thursday I had a new doctor look in my mouth, and she goes, "Do you mind if I look in your mouth?" And I go, "Sure." And she had already gone through the pain numbers, I rated it as 6. And she looks in my mouth and she goes, "Whoa, you never like a doctor to have that kind of reaction when they look at you." And then she looks at Trina and says, "Have you seen this?" Trina said, "Yeah." She goes, "And you only rated yourself a 6 in pain?" I go, "Well, I have a very high tolerance for pain." She goes, "You must." But I said the drugs help. They bumped up my drugs this week because of the burns. That's why I got the cute little Band-Aids. My granddaughter likes the Christmas Band-Aids. But anyway, long story shorter, Monday, after a rough weekend and a rough day on Monday, I was not feeling sorry for myself and not never asked God for more easing the pain or any of that kind of thing, because I believe He's just going to make me stronger to handle the pain, and he did. But He also taught me a valuable lesson on Monday. So we go in Monday night for radiation and met a new couple there, and he's standing up and she's sitting down across from us, and we're visiting back and forth. And some people don't like to talk about what's going on, like the burns and then all the things, and others are very open about it. Well, he was very open about it, and he started talking about he had brain surgery August 21st. So I was diagnosed August 22nd. So he was already in the process then when I was just diagnosed. So he's gone this whole time with several operations, and he had a hoodie on. So he just took his hoodie off, and right up here is a big old slab of meat stuck up at least probably 3/4 of an inch, half inch, 3/4 of an inch, kind of a pale yellow, and they had taken that off. I think that one came off his thigh, and after the brain surgery they put that on to cover everything and to graft it on there. And of course we're all wearing masks because it's flu season, and so they put, I think that went into effect November 1st. You have to wear a mask everywhere, which is fine. And we're talking some more about that and about his progress and his process and all the things. And then he goes, "Yeah, then they did this one." And Trina says, "You should have seen the look on your face." But he had another skin graft that they took off his hip. Went from this ear all the way down, followed the chin line, and across his face. He didn't have a nose. It went above his mouth so he could still breathe and talk through his mouth. Talk fine, but completely gone where the nose used to be. So that'll be one of the future. He's done this week, so he should be heading home. They're from Albuquerque. And you have never met a more upbeat person in your life. Dude has no nose, and he's excited about getting home and spending a couple months, and then he'll come back, and those grafts should be, to where they could operate and maybe get him a nose back. But he said, same thing I've said for a long time. He says, "Man, what breaks me up, breaks my heart," he said, is you can always find somebody that's got it worse off than you, for sure. I'm looking at him. And he goes, "Yeah, you're looking at it like a Frankenstein." He's joking about it and stuff. And he said, what kills me is the kids. I said, yeah, me too. It breaks my heart to see the kids going through it up here, anywhere. But, man, if you're feeling down, you have a bad day, oh, too bad. But God told me what I told my kids all the time growing up: buck up, buttercup, because somebody's got it worse off than you. Somebody has to work harder just to get out of bed than you do all week, right? So if I got a little pain in my throat and it's burning the heck out of me, but it's killing the cancer. I had a chunk of cancer come off this week. Spit that up yesterday. That was cool. But the troubles and the pain that I'm going through, nothing compared to what he's going through. Nothing what probably most of the people around me are going through down here. So just put it all in perspective. You're having a rough day, you're having a rough thing with work or coworkers or family or wife or husband or whatever, man, buck up. There's people that have got it a lot worse. And just pray for guidance and pray for strength. It's there for you, man. Stand on the word of the Lord. He will protect us. He will lift us up. And what we're going through, maybe is a teaching moment. Maybe it is. It was for me. I don't, the rest of the week, man, it's been a rougher week than it was last week, but I ain't had 1 ounce of worry about that. Hey, I just trust in the Lord, and I hope you do too. God bless. Have a great weekend. Love you all, and thank you all for your support and your prayers. I feel them.